Hello guys, welcome back to a new video. Today we're doing the Marti Career, and as you see, in the last episode I explained my whole life and stuff. And yeah, so we're going to a meeting in Renault to just see if we get the contract and stuff.
But my client has a championship to contest, so if you want our participation, I'm afraid the concessions are mandatory. Yes, that's fine. Get back to me when you can. Goodbye. No one ever just signs the contract. Anyway, thanks for coming by on such short notice. I just needed to cover a couple of quick things with you before you race. Firstly, as requested, is a copy of your contract. It's a rolling deal. However, the team reserves right of termination if you fail to meet performance standards. You're second driver for now, but work hard, hit your targets, and I'll be able to sweeten the deal.
How rude! She's looking at her phone.
I'm also looking to
That's
get
just
you into some
rude.
invitational events throughout the season. The experience and exposure from these will be great for your image. Plus, you'll get to drive some nice historic cars. Now then, go get ready for the next session. And good luck.
Thank you, Gemma. Good luck to you too. Right, time to have a look at the practice. Just go in, just see what we do. Or we're going to go to the centre place. Yep, we're in the Renault Sports Centre. We've got a new contract, and we are now at the Australian Grand Prix, our home Grand Prix, which is very good for a start. I don't need to travel very far. But we are in Melbourne at the moment, and yeah, it's just really nice to be in my home country for my first race. It's brilliant. Just looking around, getting used to my bearings, and yeah. Now I've got a laptop. This is going to be key for our career. Got all of our vehicle management in here, and we'll have R&D points as well. Very, very useful.
Australian Grand Prix. The pre-race talking is over. Now it's time for the drivers to show their worth.
But anyway, we get into practice session number 1, and we just did a little bit of track acclimatization just to get used to the track. We didn't do any other tests. I just needed to get used to the car. That was a very key thing. But here are the results. I finished 18th. So yeah, but now we're going to the R&D centre just to check out what this is all about.
Ah, you got my message. Perfect. Welcome to home away from home. We get more real-time data from the factory now than ever before, and it all comes through here. So I have to spend more time checking over the reports and less time hunting you down in the hospitality suite. To that end, Sorry, just a sec. Yeah,
He's looking at his phone
Chris,
too.
this
He's
is
just as
important.
rude as
Have a look at
Emma.
something.
Oh God, what are people like these days?
Okay. Right. Well, that makes no sense. Have Sarah reset the simulation and run it again. Okay. Sorry about that. As I was saying, we've set up a desk for you at the front here. You can get onto the network from your laptop, so make sure to check the R&D screen regularly. And let us know how you want to use the data that we've collected over the weekend and through the practice programs. Also, bear in mind that the news from the factory won't always be good. Sometimes tests fail, like you've seen just now. And when that happens, we have to divert additional resources to fix it. C'est la vie, I'm afraid.
So yeah, that's the R&D centre. It looks like we'll have to do a lot of progress in that for the car to hopefully get up to a better standard and hopefully be getting regular points, which this car should be getting anyway. But yeah, time to see if we have a rival.
His stats out.
Check your stats out. That's what she usually says, and anyway, don't really care. Just got a new rival. I think it's Hulkenberg. Yep, it's Hulkenberg, our teammate. We just need to out-qualify him. He's a very good driver, though. Don't know whether a rookie like me will be able to beat him.
Hi. Just letting you know that we've had the team's expectations through for the upcoming qualifying session.
So yeah, qualifying goal is to finish 11th and ahead of Hulkenberg. Let's see how this will go. But anyway, that's it. We're going to have a look at our R&D, as we are the 6th quickest car on the grid at the moment. That's good to know. So we are in qualifying now, deploying the DRS, and this is the only lap we managed to do because we had fuel problems. and it's not brilliant. We're in 11th at the moment, probably going to get knocked down a little bit further. And yet, all the way down P13, not ideal. Hulkenberg was in 8th, so we just need to make this all up in the race.
Boxes I will be throughout this season by a great racing driver, former F1 competitor, former world champion, and dare I say it, all-round top bloke as well. It's the one and only Anthony Davidson. And tell me, here we are, first Grand Prix of the season, and it's gone and rained on us. I imagine that that's not especially helpful for the teams, who are still trying to figure out, of course, what kind of performance they're all capable of.
First of all, Crofty, and thanks for the glowing introduction. I just want to say it's a real privilege to be here. I can't wait to see what this competitive field has in store for us this season. Now, in regards to the weather, you're absolutely right. You know, we've just come here off the back of testing. It's the first opportunity to really gauge where the reliability is, where the performance is, how you stack up against your competitors in the Grand Prix, and now it all has to be kind of put on hold for a bit. So now the question becomes, who can be adaptable? Who has the wet weather pace, and who can make best use of these difficult circumstances to come out on top in these conditions?
Kimi Räikkönen completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Verstappen, Esteban Ocon, and Hulkenberg, Perez, Kvyat, Magnussen, and Roman Grosjean. Hamilton, Bottas, Renault and Alonso, Massa, Sainz, Lance Stroll, and Stoffel van Dorn, Wehrlein, and Marcus Ericsson rounds off the grid. And now it's time to...
So here we are, first time revving up the engine, and it's lights out, and away we go in these heavy rain conditions. So the two Mercs are just ahead of us in 12th and 11th. They qualify very low down, but we are going to have a look down the inside of turn 1, and we do actually make a load of positions as everyone's hampering each other. So we're up to P8 on the first turn, which I think is pretty good. Around the outside is Checo, and yeah, just getting some slipstream of Raikkonen, but Checo is coming back at us now, down into turn 2, but we do outbrake him and Raikkonen, which is now we're just behind Hulkenberg, who's in a very high P5, our teammate. We're going to get some good points, but we do make a good move here. We do squeeze him out just to show him what I'm made of, and we're on P5 before the first sector, 13 to 5th in the first sector. Come on, Renault, did you just see something there? You should have, because that was impressive. Come on, yeah. We can catch Ocon. Yeah, but now we're on the later part of lap number 1. We have caught up Ocon, and we do brake later than him. We are a master on the brakes, and yeah, just doing really well on the brakes at the moment. I think we've got the right differential and brake bias to be braking late, especially in the heavy rain. So we're on P4 on lap number 2 now. Raikkonen and Verstappen are just up ahead, and I think Vettel is in first. And lap 9 now, there was nothing for the majority of it, so we're on lap 9, and we have caught Raikkonen. We just tap him as we go around the outside. That's a very unusual place to make an overtake, but we go on the grass a long way. We go a long way on the grass, and well, we did get a stick, but my tyres were a bit dead for the next few corners. And now Ricciardo trying to go back around the outside, on the inside of the last corner. And yeah, he's just pushed us wide there. We'll just have to get some slipstream going down the straight. See if we can catch him into turn 1. I don't think that would happen. Well, we do clip the back of him, and now we have a yellow front wing, which will make it even trickier in these conditions, as Marcus Ericsson has had an engine failure. Sorry I didn't put it in the video, but as you see, I was in a battle with Ricciardo. It's very interesting, especially with this front wing damage. It was hard to maintain 4th place. I'm sorry, this is Ocon, not Ricciardo. Yeah, it was hard to like stay ahead of Ricciardo and Ocon, because it was just really hard, especially with damage. I'm going around the final few corners. You see how warm the tyres are. Raikkonen did pass Ocon in the end, and we are in P4 for our first ever race. We are going to come across the line in P4 from 30. That has got to be brilliant.
That's the end of the race.
Absolutely brilliant. I'm overwhelmed with this.
And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
Rain always has the potential to liven up a race and mix up the order, and they've taken full advantage of that to claim the victory today. It's always a bit of a lottery when the conditions are like this, but they've managed to stay on circuit and have come out on top.
And as we can see, it's time for the podium, and as the drivers make their way out, there's a familiar red suit making its way to the top step. Fantastic win for Ferrari. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look.
So, we did pretty well in that race. Vettel did get the win and the two Red Bulls second and third. We got fourth and Hulkenberg got seventh. So we did a brilliant race from P13. So yeah, and well, we did get driver of the day because Anthony Davidson said it's the Renault driver, so that is absolutely brilliant as well. But the two Mercs didn't do very well at all. They went down positions even though they qualified pretty low down, which is very surprising for them. Like, they should be dominating, but no, it seems to be the opposite. So I was just going home, like on my way home, and well, apparently I needed to go to the Renault offices. Like, there's a Renault office in Australia, so I was on my way there, and well, it was just, I had no idea what they were doing. Maybe they were going to congratulate me for my win or something. No, not win, sorry, I'm not doing that yet, or with my fourth place, but I don't know whether they were going to tell me to be more cautious, less cautious, or just give me a bit of a mentor. It's a surprise they didn't tell me anything. As you see with some of these stupid drivers in Australia, they just don't know how to drive, they're just driving way over the speed limit. See, look, they just don't know how to drive, to be honest. It's quite annoying, you do have to beep them quite a bit. And they sometimes drive on the tram line, which is annoying as well. Oh my god, look at that idiot. Damn the man, he just... Ooh. Very impatient, some of these people. I'm in my Nissan Skyline, I don't want it to be damaged. I honestly don't want it to be damaged, but anyway, do look out for some... I'll just go around here. Didn't realise we went around here, but okay, going around here. I just like the cities of Australia, it's just brilliant, but we're going to have to start moving countries soon. I've never really been to another country properly, apart from England and all that sort of places where the Renault garage is and stuff. I've had to develop their cars. Like, when I say I haven't really been to any other countries, I'm lying. I just mean I haven't been to half of the countries on the calendar that are in the F1 calendar at the moment. It's just brilliant. See, there's another idiot. And another one. And another one. I was going to turn in to go to the offices because the offices are right here. But they were in the way and I couldn't really just stop in the middle of the road. So here I'm doing an awkward line. Just parking at the offices now. And yeah, I'm thrilled to see exactly what would happen. And oh, I should have cut this bit out. Oh well. I'm just thrilled to see what is going to happen. And yeah, where I'll go in the offices. Like, this is going to be absolutely brilliant. I can't wait.
Is this the one?
Indeed it is. And this is Jonathan. He's going to let you drive some of his cars.
Well, not quite my cars, per se, but a mere detail. You know, I'd really rather be down there racing them myself, to be honest. I'm actually quite handy behind the wheel, but it's the downforce, those lateral Gs, you know? The old neck can't really handle it. So I need a pro. That's where you come in. We run in a bunch of events throughout the year. Time trials, races, all sorts. And I have it on good authority that you have the ability and temperament to do well in these. Make our business look good and, most importantly, bring the cars back in one piece. So consider this a formal invitation. And I'll see you at the track.
Now,
So then, that was absolutely brilliant. We get to drive the 2006 Renault, the championship winning car by Fernando Alonso. That's just absolutely brilliant. Thank you, Jonathan, for giving me that opportunity. I just can't tell you how overwhelmed I am. It's just absolutely brilliant. I never thought I'd be able to do these classic cars, let alone the modern cars. But here's the R&D tree, just to show you guys where the car's development is heading and stuff. As you see, we're pretty bad on the chassis at the moment, and the aerodynamics is not too bad, but it can do with improving, as McLaren are quite close behind, and the power needs a lot of improvement. The engine is terrible at the moment. There's definitely not enough power in the engine. We need a lot more of that, but otherwise it's pretty decent. Everything else pretty decent, to be honest. Just looking forward to this Renault classic car trial thing. I think it's going to be a thing where you like have to start from the back, you know, and then make our way to the front. Anyway, look at the most interested teams. Mercedes are one of the most interested teams in us, and Force India. Our close rivals are. I'm definitely not going to Sauber, but that's just very interesting, as Renault are third in the constructors. That is absolutely brilliant. I'm just waiting for a tram at the moment. On my way to Suzuka. Just getting the tram to the airport. Then go to Suzuka. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. I just can't wait to get in one of those. Well, I just can't wait to go in one of Alonso's cars. He won the championship in that. Absolutely brilliant. As I stick my head out the window of the tram for some reason. It's just absolutely brilliant. Look at all those people. There's barely anyone on here. It's like a ghost train. Oh well. I'm just in the tram. It's just very... Just can't wait to go. It's absolutely brilliant. Never been to Japan before either. So here we are. Here it is. I'm in Alonso's car. Absolutely brilliant. As there's millions of pounds of cars lined up on this grid. Basically, in 3 laps of this Japan short circuit, I need to overtake all 4 of the cars ahead. This was one of the most challenging things I have done so far, and it's just absolutely brilliant. So you're going through turn 1, and oh, it's just, there's a lack of downforce, but the acceleration is unreal. You'll never believe it. Your neck literally snaps in half. That's how deadly it is. We see we're making 2 lovely overtakes there to go up into second. You see we don't quite get the win, but it's close enough. So guys, the question I'm asking you is whether we upgrade on aerodynamics or the chassis. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye guys, hope you enjoyed this one. Bye.